Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Short Play, a series of quick tours of games I like on a variety of platforms, new and old. Today we're looking at Dungeon of the Endless, which has recently had a Nintendo Switch release at the time of recording, but it's actually been out since 2014. It was developed by a company called Amplitude Studios, and it's intended to be a spin-off to their series of 4X strategy games called Endless Space and Endless Legend. And while Amplitude's goal with the main Endless games was to develop sort of the best possible 4X strategy game that they possibly could, Dungeon of the Endless supposedly sprang from a drunken night out and the ideas that started flowing freely like the wine, apparently. But it paid off. It ended up being a very good game, very well received at the time of its original release, and it's had ports to all the major platforms since 2014, so they must be doing something right. This is a game I've played quite a bit on the PC. I haven't tried the Nintendo Switch version at all yet, so we're going to be trying that out for the first time today. So, let's go play Dungeon of the Endless. Okay, here we are with Dungeon of the Endless for Nintendo Switch. It is available on pretty much everything, but it's the sort of recently released Switch version that we're taking a look at today, which apparently Sega has something to do with, which surprises me. Anyway, yeah, I really like this game, but it's not one that I've played for a while, and I've not played the Switch version at all, so I'm very intrigued to see how this has come out and how it's ported to the console platform. It's also got a bunch of DLC, which I never played on the original version, but I think it's mostly new playable characters and stuff in there, but we'll see. We'll see what this has to offer. And hopefully, since this is the first time I've booted up the Switch version, it should hopefully give us a refresher course on how to play. All being well. Once we're done with loading, that is. Anytime you're ready, game. I've got 2 spinny crystals now. Yeah, one of the main reasons I wanted to pick up the Switch version of this is that there's a physical release of it, courtesy of Merge Games. And yeah, it's a game that I've always wanted to support and always wanted to have a copy of on my shelf, and now I can, thanks to this Switch version. Not sure if the other platforms have got a physical release of it. I think the PlayStation 4 might. Don't know about Xbox One, though, definitely not for PC. Alright, Dungeon of the Endless. Let's just check out the options first of all, because that's what you do when you have a new game for the first time. Controls, HD Rumble, yes please. That it for options? Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. Let's begin! Spaceship success, crew 350 and falling. Penal transport. Love this sort of 90s low poly look it's got going on there. So what happens is that you are on board a penal ship, and the escape pod is now crashing to the ground. And so it's up to you to pick some characters. I've got Max O'Kane there. Sarah Numas, who absolutely, definitely is not Samus Aran, because it's an anagram of Samus Aran, you see. Gork Butcher Carosa. Nurse Dina Ratchet. Bunch of unlockables. Professor Josh Ntello. Rosetta Q. Sasha Chocchio, Beastmaster. Zogma Walker, the Bulldozer. Wes Davoon, the Comms Jockey. Ayari Werid, the War Pug. Kriang, the Lawkeeper. Alright, let's take... let's take Samus the dog. So Samus is our first one. Sorry, Sarah. And a War Pug, whose name I can't pronounce. Oh, you can choose different pods as well that you're crashing in, and that has an impact on the actual gameplay. If you've not come across this game before, this game has elements of roguelikes in that you can sort of permanently unlock stuff, but each game you play is self-contained, and there are sort of various tweaks you can provide to the experience. Okay, so organic pod basically has some it has some pros and cons based on that sort of thing. So let's just start with the escape pod, because that doesn't provide any particular gameplay bonuses or penalties. Difficulty you can start with is too easy or easy. So we'll just see how that goes. I'll be the judge of whether it's too easy or easy. And off we go. So we crash to the surface. And then we load. So the Endless series, if you've not come across it before, it's an extraordinarily well realised sci-fi universe developed by this company called Amplitude. And it started with Endless Space, which was a space-based 4X game. I'll tell you more about that after the tutorial. So, you survived the crash. The only system in working condition in your pod is the crystal, its source of energy. Defend it at all cost. Staying put will not help. You have to pass the door. Select it with left stick and then press A to open the door. Okay. Switch selected heroes with L and R. Select all your heroes with L and R. Select a room with left, then press A to move a hero. Hero knows what to do when they're in a room. Don't try to micromanage them. Yes, you don't take direct control of your heroes here. You basically move them from room to room. So now both Samus and the pug are in the same room. You have 4 resources to manage: industry to build modules, science to research new modules, food to improve and heal your heroes, and dust to power rooms. Opening a door and killing creatures may yield dust. You need 10 units to power a room. The top bar displays the number of powered rooms and rooms you can power. Press ZR to power a room. That lights it up, provides some power from the crystal. Powered rooms show their content even when there is no hero present, and creatures cannot spawn there. Press ZR to depower and get back the 10 units of dust. There we go. Build modules with industry by pressing Y. They have many uses: generating resources, attacking hostile creatures, boosting heroes, etc. There are 2 categories: major modules in the first tab to build on big slots, minor in following tabs to build on the small slots. Try to build one. Alright, let's do that. So our major modules, we have the option of a food replicator, which adds 3 food per door open. This is basically a turn-based game. Every time you open a door counts as a turn. We have an industry generator, which will make it easier for us to build stuff. And we have a science creator. And if you look up in the top left corner, you'll see what our current rate of growth for each of those stats is. So at the moment, every time we open a door, we'll get 5 industry, 2 science, 4 food, and whatever dust we get from that. So that's our major modules. Support modules, we haven't got any. Offensive modules, we've got a prisoner prod number 1. Does low damage to enemies in the room. Priority target anti-hero monsters. And we can bulldoze as well. Okay, so we need 20 industry to build a major module, and we need 3 industry to build an offensive module. So conveniently, we can construct both of those things. So let's build an industry generator. In this room. That takes a moment to build. And we'll also build an offensive turret in this room. There it is. Okay, your team can include up to 4 heroes. Use X to interact with merchant, steel, etc. in the room. Press minus to open the hero management panel. In this panel, view their stats, heal them, level them up with food, and equip them with items from your inventory, shared by all the heroes but lost between floors. Heroes get passive and active skills when leveling up. Use the directional pad to heal and activate skills. Use plus to pause. You can give orders when the game is stopped. Use ZL to see the tactical map. And off we go. Right, so, as I was saying before, the Endless series began with Endless Space, which was a 4X game based in space, and it had this really well realised lore about the this race of beings called the Endless and the dust that they produce, which is sort of like a legendary resource for people to use, and that sort of thing. And gradually over time, it's just sort of expanded into this whole big thing. So there's now Endless Legend, which is another type of 4X game, but it's based on a planet instead, so it's a bit more like Civilization, but it's also got quests and RPG type stuff in it as well. And then there's this as well, which is a spin-off set in the same universe that just happens to sort of involve a lot of the same resources and stuff. So, we select heroes with those there. We need to open another door, I guess. Okay, so there's some monsters in that room. So, Sarah took them out herself, and they get healed between fights as well. So as long as they survive the fight that they're on, they can heal. Right, power up. Okay, so we've got ourselves 8 more production. We've got 2 more science, which gives us 14 in total, and we've got 18 food. So is that enough to level anyone up yet? So level up, we need 30 food. How do we pick between them? Oh, just the left stick. It's not a very obvious highlight, that. Don't know if you can even see that at all. But yeah, the outline goes slightly more white. Okay, so Sarah needs 30 food to level up. And Warpug needs 35 to level up for some reason. Okay, oh, we got a biography thing we can look at. So, Sarah, famous across the galaxy as a bounty hunter, Sarah was hired to escort a particularly troublesome prisoner to Auriga. The prisoner in question, an ex-leader of intergalactic pirates, disappeared when the ship went down. Sarah remains tight-lipped about it, but is clearly focused on finding the escapee in question and ensuring that justice is served. And what about our dog friend? Born the 7th pup of a 7th pup of a 7th pup, yet unable to count higher than 1, 2 lots. Ayari's glorious future was unlocked when prions from the labs of Auriga slightly altered her brain structure. Now by far the smartest being on Auriga, she hangs out with the dungeon's merchant, an ex-investment banker, discussing stochastic differential equations and the Black Skulls model for option pricing. Okay, right, so we can't level anything up yet. We can probably build some more stuff though, and it's a good idea to sort of get some defenses in place as soon as you can. So we want to build another prisoner prod in here, and we can probably get another one in there. There we go. So if any monsters start showing up, we can now defend ourselves quite nicely. Alright, Sarah, on your way. Open the door. Okay, no monsters in here. And there's a thing. Right, this is a place you can research stuff. So if you've got science to spare, you can spend science on unlocking new modules and items of equipment and all sorts of things like that. So new module, Tactical HUD 1 adds 18% attack power to all heroes on this floor. Though this horribly unergonomic display is annoying, even painful to wear, it gives your heroes data on enemy vulnerabilities. Mechanical Pal operates and adds 1 wit on the major module. What does wit do? A smoking gun, a weapon from a crime scene adapted into a module, but beware of overheating. Applies a damage of 4 per second to monsters in the same room. Divides defensive monsters in the same room by 2. Well, that's quite helpful. These gas canisters tear infinitesimal holes in reality, subjecting monsters to unexpected gravitational surges and radiation blasts. Okay, that's only 20 science, so like a couple more doors should let us get that, and that sounds really helpful. Sort of debuffing the monsters like that. Okay, so here's our map so far. At the moment we can go to the west or to the north. Let's go west. Monsters! Alright, tell you what, you power that room. And you head back down here. And you and the pug and our zappy lasers can deal with the monsters. There we go. Beautifully done. Couple more on the way. So you see, this game is kind of got elements of roguelikes, but it's also got elements of tower defense as well. So there's a lot of sort of building stuff to defend what you're doing, and try and protect your resources. So remember, all these rooms that we've powered, the monsters won't spawn in them. So all of these rooms are lit up at the minute, so nothing nasty will come of them. So the only place nasties will come from at the moment is sort of new rooms that we open up. Like this one. Let's do business. This is much more fun than investment banking. Right, it's a market, even if it's small and smelly, dark, dangerous and violent. Right, what have you got? With the look and texture of volcanic stone, this doubles for personal hygiene and self-defense. Rice wind. Stolen from the ship's kitchens, this high-pressure dried rice dispenser puts out a hail of grains that removes flesh from bones. The restrainer. This complicated jacket, meant to restrain violent individuals, makes good armor if left unbuckled. And Fuzi. Once a simple submachine gun, this one is covered with remnants of fur and blood. Okay, we can also sell stuff, but we haven't got any stuff to sell, so... Right, and you see the items correspond to the different slots that the characters have got over on the left here. So Pug doesn't appear to have any inventory slots, whereas Sarah has got a slot for a sword, some armor, and I guess that's like a tool or something like that. But anyway, that all costs science that we don't really want to spend at the minute because I wanted to get that tear gas module. So if you head back over here, and we'll research the tear gas module, we should now be able to build that. So if we go back to this room, we didn't need to send her back there, but there we go. So where does that come in then? Oh, okay, right. So it takes several turns for the research to complete. So it's going to take 3 more doors, or 3 more turns, to finish researching that before we can use it. So let's keep exploring in the meantime. I haven't got enough dust to light this room at the moment, so the merchant is just sitting there in the dark for now. Let's open up this one. It's a treasure chest. We found crutchy. What is that? Equipment. It's a spear. Adapted by a prisoner from a mobility aid, the cute nickname hides its brutal efficiency. Okay, so we don't have anyone who can use that at the minute. What are Samus's... I keep calling her Samus. Sarah's skills. She has a runaway skill. Some prefer the turn advance to the rear. And she also has a passive skill called Got Your Back. Defense plus 10% with group with others they trust. And Pug's skill. The monsters don't slow down the hero. Lucky hero is able to get out of the enemy zone. Okay. Get any dust from that room. It's a bit of a shame. Should we keep going this way? Looks like we might end up going around in a big circle. So, alright. Well, let's... investigate. Or not. You head back there and get all your friends to come with you. You see the tactical map continues updating as you're... and the monsters are on the map as well. There they are. But they only show up in the lit up rooms because you can only detect them in there. And we zoom back in. And our friends are ready for action. Any more? Yep, another one on the way. So they make a beeline via crystal because their priority is always to try and destroy the crystal. There we go. Nicely done. Where now? That's not going to lead us in a circle, is it? Let's try this door, just so we're not going too far afield and leaving too many dark rooms along the way. Some dust! And our tear gas is done. Oh, but we got some monsters on the way, though. You head back and prepare yourself. We could probably build one of those tear gas dispensers now. There it is. So we'll just pop one of those in here. And that will debuff tougher monsters when they get into the room. May as well fill up that last slot with another laser. Yeah, so far this is functioning pretty well as a console game. It's taking a little bit of adjusting to using the joypad because the original one, as you might expect, was heavily mouse controlled. I think probably that one's worth powering, isn't it? Because that's got a big... it's got another one of the big modules in there. And that means we can... Oh, that one already is powered. Okay, fair enough. Ignore me. Another big module in there. I just save my dust for the minute. Let's build some stuff in here, though. Let's build another major module. What do we want to increase? Probably science production. That's 3 science per turn. Okay. There it is. Now, if you look at our hero icons in the top right corner, they're both green now, which I think means that we can level them up. Because we've got enough food to do that. Yeah, we can level one of them up. So we can level up Sarah, or we can level up Pug. Pug is a lot more powerful. I guess that's why it costs more to level up. So let's level up Sarah in that case. So she'll get 44 more hit points, 2 more defense, 1 more speed, 1 more whatever wavy sword is, attack I guess, 1 more punch. Yeah, whatever. Level up! Alright, you go exploring. Oh, that room's a dead end. Might be worth pairing that just so we don't get enemies advancing from 2 separate fronts. Let's do that for now. We can always unpower it if we need to. So let's head for this door. My friends call me Dude. It's an inside joke. Can you command from the tactical map? No, you can't. Okay, so you have to actually manually send them around. Got some more dust though. And here they come. Quite a few of them this time. Those turrets making pretty short work of them though. Nicely done. Right. Okay, what is going on here? We can power another room now. Let's do that one. There we go. A few less places for monsters to come from. Who are you? You're another merchant, a death dealer. The dungeon is dark, but full of diamonds. This ancient artifact is filled with sand that flows upward. The note reads, "In case of death, break glass and inhale." We've got a weapon. Take a chance. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, right. Okay, so those are presumably like random weapons we can get. Might be worth taking a chance. Let's give it a go. Buy and equip. You got a rapier. An excellent tool for collecting involuntary blood donations. Lovely. Right. So it's used up a bunch of our production, but don't really need to spend too much at the minute. We just need to get exploring and opening some doors and get some more resources, I guess. Carry on. Oh, this room's looks like it's already powered. You head back and defend again as usual. Pug is sleeping on the job as always. That one icon for the shopkeeper really looks like the pug. Oh, I think that's because... Yeah, if you look at the shopkeeper, the pug is his companion. And the pug was added as one of the DLC packs because he was such a popular character that people just wanted to make him playable. Nicely done, folks. Right, so is that room already powered? Yeah, it is. That's nice. So I guess that's like a special kind of room that is automatically powered for some reason. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. Right, we have a choice of routes to go from this one. Let's go left. Oh god, they all come in. Oh god, Samus is... I'm going to keep calling her Samus because, you know, she is. She's taken a bit of a beating. We can heal her up with food, can't we? How do we do that? You push up, and that spends 3 food, and that heals her a bit. Okay. Worth remembering. You can do that from the main screen as well, I think. We got some dust from that. That's nice. Bunch more enemies on the way. And another one. Any more? Yes, one more. Another one of those crystal dudes, I believe. Okay, done. Onward. I guess keep going that way. This is really nicely presented, this game. That's a dead end. Some dust though. And another room that appears to be self-powered. Uh-oh. More monsters! So basically, the ultimate goal on each level is to find the exit, and then you have to carry the crystal from the start point to the exit. And so basically what you want to try and do is build up a pathway of lit rooms that leads from the start point to the exit. And that way you can build some turrets and stuff along the way to protect your heroes and the crystal. But we have to find the exit first. We won't have to power a room. Let's do that. Let's power this one. just so the monsters start a bit further away from where the crystal is. Right, so that end is a bit of a bust. Can we build something in there though? Let's build... build some more foody food. So that'll help us level up quicker, as well as healing and stuff as well. Oh, did they destroy my science thing? That's annoying. Should have probably defended that, huh? Well then. I didn't realise that they destroyed structures on the way. That's quite frustrating. Never mind, I know now. Alright, got 22 food. That's not enough to level anyone up. So let's head this way. You've opened the last door of the current floor of the dungeon. That is the exit. Right. Can we unpower... This room is powered by a mysterious force. No, so we can't unpower that one. So, let's unpower that one. And power that one up. I forget if the enemies keep coming while you're carrying the crystal, or if there is like an end to them. I have a feeling there's like... Oh, I don't know. Like I say, it's been a while since I played this. I forget. Can't unpower that room. Don't have enough dust to power that one. And we've got a pathway built. Right, so let's send Sarah back here. Who is stronger out of the pair of them at the minute? Sarah's slightly stronger, but she's got fewer hit points. That might mean that the pug is better at carrying the crystal though, so he can take a bit more punishment. So we switch to him and get him to go grab the crystal. Right, all hell then begins to break loose. Oh yeah, they are attacking that our base. I think you just have to fend them off, and then you can carry the crystal through. I think that's how it works. But we'll see, I guess. Oh god. Stop taking a beating. Oh dear. Well, I made a real mess of that, didn't I? Yeah. Well, evidently I need some practice still, and to remind myself exactly how this game works. But that's the basic flow of gameplay anyway. You open doors, you generate resources, you build stuff, you defend stuff, you try not to die. Unlike what I just did. Anyway, that's Dungeon of the Endless for Nintendo Switch. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. Be sure to check out moegamer.net for new articles on Japanese and Japanese-inspired video games, new and old, every weekday. Every month, Moe Gamer features an in-depth exploration of an individual game or series as its cover game, so be sure to check the archives to see if your favourite has had a deep dive yet. If you'd like to support the site directly, please consider becoming a patron or buy me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.